Welcome to my music theory and reading music course. You can read every lesson in this series at your ease at pianotheoryexercises.com, where you will also find interactive exercises to practice what you've learned. Below this video you will find links to those lessons and exercises on the website. Also below this video you will find a link where you can download this whole music theory course as a free ebook, so don't miss this opportunity. And if my lessons helped you, please don't forget to like and subscribe. Thanks a lot! In this 10th lesson of the music theory series, I will exactly tell you how to form major chords. I will start to tell you how to form major triads, and after that I will tell you how to form seventh chords. And those seventh chords I can divide them in two different types: major seventh chords and dominant seventh chords. So let's start with major triads. A major triad is formed with the first note, or root, the third note and the fifth note of a major scale. Let me show this for C major. As you know, the C major scale is just C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. The first, third and fifth note are C, E and G. And those three notes played together are the C major triad. A very important characteristic of major triads is that the distance between the root and the third note of the scale, which is the second note of the chord, is a major third. This is always the case for major triads and seventh chords. The notation of the C major chord is just a capital C. Now this might seem confusing, because the notation for the single note is also a capital C. So when you see a capital C, how do you know if it's a chord or a note? Well, you cannot see it, but the context will tell you which of both it is. Let me give you some other examples. For example, the A major triad. Let's first look at the A major scale, which is, as you know, A, B, C sharp, D, E, F sharp, G sharp, A. The first, third and fifth notes are A, C sharp and E. And this is the A major triad. Another example, for example the E flat major triad. The E flat major scale is E flat, F, G, A flat, B flat, C, D, E flat. The first, third and fifth notes of the E flat major scale are E flat, G and B flat. So this is the E flat major triad. In the same way you can find all the other major triads. And I think it's best when you try it yourself. Of course I will give you the answers, but I would pause the video now and try it yourself. Okay, here are the answers. On the left side all the major triads that come from major scales with sharps, and on the right all the major triads that come from major scales with flats. Let's speak about seventh chords now. And as I said, we will talk about two different types of seventh chords. The first one is the major seventh chord. A major seventh chord is formed by a major triad with an added seventh note of the major scale, which is the major seventh. So for example, in C major, the first, third and fifth are just the major triad, and the seventh note of the C major scale is the B. So the first, third, fifth and seventh, which is the major seventh, are together the C major seventh chord. You can see above the keyboard the different notations that exist for major seventh chords, in this case the C major seventh chord. Let me again give two other examples, again with the same root notes A and E flat. I will start with A major seventh. The A major triad, we know it, consists of the notes A, C sharp and E. We need now the major seventh, which is always a half tone below the root being the A. So the G sharp is the major seventh. And A, C sharp, E and G sharp are together the A major seventh chord. For E flat, the E flat major triad consists, as we know, of the notes E flat, G and B flat. The major seventh is a half tone below the root. E flat is the root. This is the major seventh, the D. So E flat, G, B flat, D is the E flat major seventh chord. And of course, all the other major seventh chords, you can find them in the same way, and you can do it yourself. And I would say pause the video, and after that I will show the answers. Okay, here are all the major seventh chords for all the 12 different notes. Let's talk about dominant seventh chords. A dominant seventh chord consists of the major triad with an added minor seventh. So the only difference with the major seventh chord is the seventh. The major seventh chord had a major seventh. The dominant seventh chord has a minor seventh. So let me show you in the case of C. A C dominant seventh chord consists of the C major triad with a minor seventh. The B flat. So C, E, G, B flat is the C dominant seventh chord. Also often simply called the C7 chord. And you can write it as C with a 7. Other examples, again A and B flat. Let me start with A. The A major triad was A, C sharp, E. The minor seventh is a whole tone below the root. This is the root. One whole tone below is the G. A, C sharp, E, G is the A seventh chord, or also called the A dominant seventh chord. Let's look at E flat. The E flat major triad was E flat, G, B flat. When we add a minor seventh, which is a whole tone below the root is E flat, a whole tone below is D flat. So E flat, G, B flat, D flat is the E flat dominant seventh chord. And of course, all the other dominant seventh chords you can find in exactly the same way. So I would invite you to try that out yourself, and you can pause the video now and you will have the answers after that. Okay, here are all the dominant seventh chords listed. Now, it's very important to be able to directly know how to play a chord in a lead sheet. When you have a lead sheet before you with chords, the music goes on and doesn't wait for you, so you have to directly be able to play a chord. So it's important to practice those chords. Now, in order to practice those chords, you can go to the interactive exercises on pianotheoryexercises.com, and you can find the exercises in the article about major chords, and you can find the link of this article below this video. Scroll to the bottom of the article, and there you will find the interactive exercises. Now, it is possible to play those chords also in another way. You do that with chord inversions, and I will talk about that in a future lesson.